What if the very exercises you trust to keep you vibrant and strong after 60 were silently wearing down your heart day by day, beat by beat? It sounds counterintuitive, I know. We're taught that exercise is the key to longevity, and it is when done correctly. But therein lies a crucial distinction. Not all exercise is created equal, especially for a heart that has beaten for over 6 decades. In fact, some of our most popular workouts, particularly when performed with too much intensity or too little recovery, are linked to an increased risk of heart arrhythmias, dangerous spikes in blood pressure, and even heart failure in older adults. My goal isn't to frighten you. It's to empower you, to arm you with science-backed knowledge that can safeguard your most vital organ. After more than 20 years of working with thousands of older adults, I've learned a simple truth. Your body doesn't need punishment. It needs precision. In this video, I'll guide you through 7 common exercises that may seem harmless, but could be quietly putting your aging heart under stress. And I urge you to stay with me, because numbers 6 and 7 are often the most overlooked and the most surprising. If you care about living a longer life with more energy and confidence, then what you are about to learn could not only change the way you train, it could save your life. Before we dive in, I'd love to know who's here with me. Please drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments below. First up, high-intensity interval training, or HIIT. You've likely tried it, pushing through the burn and thinking, this has to be good for me, it's intense, it's efficient, it's what all the experts recommend. But for the mature body, there's a catch. After 60, your heart's ability to recover simply isn't what it once was. Those explosive bursts of all-out effort, followed by brief periods of rest, can transform a workout into a relentless stress test for your cardiovascular system. A study in the Mayo Clinic proceedings revealed that long-term, high-intensity training can cause microscopic tears in the heart muscle. Over time, the body's natural repair process patches these tears with scar tissue. This scarring can disrupt the heart's delicate electrical rhythm, potentially leading to atrial fibrillation, a condition that increases the risk of stroke 5-fold. I've seen this happen in dedicated, well-meaning older adults who simply didn't realize their workouts were demanding too much. So, what is the safer path? Embrace moderate, steady movement. Think of a brisk walk, a light swim, or cycling at a comfortable pace. You'll build stamina without subjecting your heart to dangerous spikes in demand. But if you think HIIT is intense, just wait until you hear what prolonged endurance workouts can do. Exercise 2. Long-distance endurance training. We've all been told that the longer you go, the stronger your heart gets. But after 60, the philosophy of more is better can become a dangerous trap, especially with endurance training like marathons or long, grueling cycling sessions. Research from the American Journal of Cardiology, led by Dr. Peter McCulloch, discovered that older, long-distance athletes face a higher risk of myocardial fibrosis. It's a clinical term for what is essentially stiff, scarred heart tissue. When your heart becomes less flexible, it can't pump blood as efficiently, leading to fatigue, an irregular heartbeat, or even the early signs of heart failure. Think of your heart not as a machine to be pushed to its limits, but as a finely tuned engine. It requires movement, yes, but it also thrives on rest, balance, and proper fuel. The smarter approach? Swap those ultra-long sessions for 30 to 40 minutes of consistent, moderate movement. You'll be supporting your heart, not wearing it down. Now, from endurance to environment. Let's talk about exercise in high heat. Exercise 3. Hot yoga and heat-based workouts. Hot yoga, sauna sessions, even a power walk under the midday sun. They promise a deeper detox, a more intense workout. But for the mature body, combining high heat with physical exertion creates a perilous cocktail. Here's why. In high temperatures, your body goes into overdrive to cool itself. Your blood vessels expand, you lose fluid at an alarming rate, and your heart is forced to beat faster and harder simply to regulate your internal temperature. The workout becomes secondary to the body's fight for stability. The American Heart Association warns this strain can trigger arrhythmias or dizziness, especially in adults over 60 who may have underlying heart conditions they don't even know about. I've had clients who felt lightheaded in a hot yoga class and simply dismissed it. Please do not ignore these signs. That is your heart sending out a distress signal. The better approach is clear. Choose cool, well-ventilated spaces for your practice. Opt for walks in the gentle light of early morning or late evening, and always hydrate, before, during, and after. From heat, we move to pressure, and one of the most common mistakes in the weight room. Exercise 4. Heavy weightlifting while holding your breath. Strength training is absolutely vital for maintaining bone density and metabolic health after 60. But there is a hidden danger in the way many people lift, holding their breath during heavy exertion. This common habit, known as the Valsalva maneuver, can cause a dramatic and dangerous spike in your blood pressure. As you strain, you create a surge of internal pressure that momentarily restricts blood flow back to the heart. The result can range from dizziness to an arrhythmia, or even fainting. I once had a 67-year-old client who pushed himself on the leg press every week. He felt invincible, until the day he found himself in the emergency room with a sudden, frightening arrhythmia. His problem wasn't a lack of strength. It was a lack of knowledge. The solution is simple, yet profound. Use moderate weights that allow you to complete 12 to 15 repetitions with controlled form. And always remember to breathe. Exhale on the effort, the push, or the pull. Strength training should fortify your heart, not punish it. Speaking of strain, let's look at a seemingly simple activity that can catch many off guard. Exercise 5. Aggressive stair climbing or steep hiking without conditioning. A burst of motivation hits, and you decide to conquer that steep hiking trail or the long flight of stairs you usually avoid. The spirit is willing, but the question is your heart prepared? For an unconditioned heart, a sudden steep incline is not just cardio. It's a physiological shock. Your heart is forced to pump furiously to deliver enough oxygen to your straining muscles. This abrupt spike in demand can cause your blood pressure to soar while your oxygen levels dip, creating a perfect storm for chest pain or an irregular heartbeat. Dr. Jonathan Myers of Stanford, a leading expert in cardiac rehab, warns that steep inclines without proper training can overload an aging heart. The safer path is gradual. Start with 5 to 10 minutes of walking on flat ground, slowly adding gentle inclines over several weeks. And remember this golden rule. If you find yourself breathless after just a few steps uphill, that isn't a sign of weakness. It's a warning from your body. Now, imagine adding adrenaline and competition to that physical stress. Exercise 6. Competitive sports without medical clearance. This is one that often surprises people most. A pickup game of basketball, a weekly tennis match, even an intense game of ping pong. They're social, exhilarating. They make us feel youthful. But engaging in competition after 60 without proper medical clearance is a gamble. Why? Because the nature of competition involves explosive movements, rapid shifts in direction, and surges of adrenaline, all of which place sudden, unpredictable stress on an aging heart. A 2022 study by the European Society of Cardiology found that older adults in competitive sports without prior cardiac screening were 4 times more likely to suffer a cardiac event. I knew a 72-year-old man who lived for his Saturday tennis match. He was fit, with no known health issues. But during one particularly tense game, he collapsed. He was lucky. An on-site defibrillator saved his life. The takeaway is clear. Before you step onto the court, get a thorough heart screening. Consider less intense, social versions of the sports you love. And always warm up, stay hydrated, and listen to your body. And that brings us to our final and perhaps most crucial point. It isn't a single exercise, but a pervasive habit. Exercise 7. Overtraining without recovery. This is the silent killer because it's so easily mistaken for dedication. Overtraining isn't just about spending hours in the gym. It's about chronically pushing your body without allowing it sufficient time to heal and recover day after day. As we age, our capacity for recovery slows down. When you skip rest days or ignore fatigue, your body remains trapped in a state of chronic stress. Your cortisol levels climb, your resting heart rate stays elevated, and your sleep quality plummets. Over time, this can lead to a thickening of the heart wall and increased risk of arrhythmia. So, what's the antidote? It's beautifully simple. Embrace active recovery. I often suggest a 2-to-1 rule. For every 2 days of movement, take 1 full day for rest or light activity, like a gentle walk or stretching. Remember this: strength is not built during the workout. It is forged in the quiet moments of rest that follow. Now that you know the hidden risks, let's simplify everything with a bonus tip. For heart-safe exercise after 60, just remember the 3 R's. First, rhythm. Choose exercises with a steady, predictable pace, allowing your heart to find its groove. Second, recovery. Rest is not laziness. It's where your body heals and strengthens. Build it into your routine. And third, review. See your doctor for a full checkup every 6 to 12 months to stay ahead of any silent risks. Your heart doesn't need more intensity. It needs consistency, care, and wisdom. Think about it. Your heart has carried you through decades of life, through love and loss, joy and sorrow, through every challenge and every triumph. It has been your most steadfast companion. Now, after 60 years of faithful service, it asks for something in return. Not harder effort, but smarter care. This isn't about giving up exercise, it's about evolving how you train. Because your body has changed, and your workouts should too. Every exercise we talked about can be modified. You don't have to quit, you just have to listen to your body, your breath, and your heart. Each small change is an investment in your longevity. Because fitness in this chapter of life is no longer about ego, it's about energy. The energy to show up for your grandkids, your partner, your passions. It's about waking up with strength and going to sleep with peace. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 exercises surprised you the most? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And if this video opened your eyes, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone over 60 who deserves to protect their heart. Your next decade can be your strongest yet if you train wisely. Let's grow stronger, not just older, together.